LPL regional qualifiers. EDG versus Snake.
Okay, 5.16. First ban is going to be Riven. Now, Flandre pulled this out. Oh my goodness, this is actually happening.
Oh no.
I joked about this, that EDG's bans would be Riven, Flandre, and Darius against Flandre.
Fiora.
Oh, yeah, Fiora, excuse me. I just confused him for a champion. Last ban is actually going to be that Yasuo.
Oh.
But Flandre pulled out Riven once in the LPL playoffs, never got it again.
Yeah, Flandre, great play on that Riven. He's not going to get it this time. Gangplank instantly banned away. Amazing J the Bruiser in the top lane.
Oh, wow.
Let's Kalista go through for Def.
We're prioritizing Kalista. Okay. Def has said it himself, he's not a Kalista player. It took longer to figure that champion out to ramp up onto it. Since then, of course, he showed fantastic Kalista performance at MSI. It's been a staple of the LPL. It has a 100% pick or ban rate. Pretty much, not just, I think globally, I could safely say on that one, definitely in the LPL. But still, with the likes of, you know, Darius, we saw the Garen being hovered up for grabs that were actually pretty standard.
Yeah, looks like in answer, there's going to be some standard poke and CC from that. Well, I guess pick and CC with the Cocoon from Elise's Spiderling and Ella taking Alistar.
Yeah, Janna was available. Ella deciding to go for the hard engage. No surprise to see Beast on the Elise, however, but more importantly, the fact that EDG got their hands on Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is such a huge power pick for them because, again, protect Clear Love's champion pool, empower Clear Love to win through the jungle, to impact the lanes. Seems to be EDG's magical formula to victory.
We still haven't seen a mid lane picked out of Pawn just yet, so
which is good.
Yeah, we'll see if he can and take that to try countering it out. Currently, Yu is looking at Victor for himself, while Martin gives the Ashe the old hover as he has to decide.
And I think this just says so much about Yu and Snake in general in their draft phase. So the thing about Purple Side, for a long time, Purple Side was, I mean, if you think back to the power play of mid, the fact that it gave counter pick to a mid laner was a big deal. So the fact that Snake are already burning, like the confidence to just take Victor, despite the fact that against Pawn, they could have a counter pick, it's pretty much like, this is exactly how it explains Snake. This is exactly how it explains you. Just take the team fighting. It doesn't matter. You're not there to kill Pawn in lane. You're just there to empower your team.
And with that next round of drafts, you've got Twisted Fate and Olaf locked in for Pawn and Amazing J. Looks like there's the harass we talked about for the mid lane, but that Olaf in the top lane.
Amazing J, one of the first people to actually bring top lane Olaf into the LPL. This is a big pick for him. No surprises there, especially against Ashe. So the fact that it's being picked in as a response to Ashe makes a lot of sense. Because if you think about Ashe, I know in Korea they really like her right now just due to her utility. Olaf doesn't care about that. Doesn't care about your utility, doesn't care about your slows. He's going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, he's got one button and he's going to push it nice and hard, and hopefully we'll see if he takes some scary damage to back it up. But looks like Gnar is the last pickup for Snake, and our team comps are on the screen before you.
And these are actually very standard comps. So we had a lot of question marks going into, you know, what are these team compositions going to look like? This is the epitome of Snake. I would change out this Ashe for maybe a Vayne or a Jinx, but it makes sense. You know, a hyperscaling AD carry, I say hyperscaling pretty loosely with Ashe, although she is very strong into that late game once she has her 3-item power spike. But just kind of a protect the AD carry, a lot of control in front of you, big AoE damage, your wombo combo between your Chaos Storm and your Gnar ultimate. So this is Snake to a T. On the other side, EDG. Pawn on Twisted Fates. He's a big fan of the Lucidity double Doran start. He'll prioritize that CDR, and he'll use that Destiny anytime it's off cooldown. And with the semi-global presence of Rek'Sai post level 6, if she has her neural network of tunnels set up, expect Clear Love and Pawn to be ganking all over the map.
We'll see indeed where those gank paths end up going as the teams are getting prepared to get into game number 1 of the regional qualifiers. Amazing J filling in for Koro. Martin taking the place of Crystal and Beast, helping out from the jungle. Lots of subs in this set, but they're all nice and excited, and the fans are ready too. This looks to be a great kickoff to the regional qualifiers. We're going to run through the lineups one final time.
Okay, so Amazing J versus Flandre, the two hard carry styles of top lanes, Olaf versus Gnar.
In the jungle, it's Clearlove and Beast on the Rek'Sai versus Elise.
Haven't seen Beast in some time. He is known as kind of the more Cinderhulk tanky oriented, but in the mid lane, Pawn with his Twisted Fate versus Yu and his Victor.
We'll see if Yu can break the chains that are holding him, that EDG will place. In the AD carry role, it's going to be Deft and Martin on Kalista and Ashe. And mobility's nice, but I don't think he can dodge the volley. Lastly, it's the support, Mako and Ella on Braum and Alistar.
I'm actually a big fan of Ashe into Kalista, just because Ashe has more tools to slow down Kalista and kind of get a hold of her. Curious that Flandre didn't look towards that Maokai pick as kind of a direct counter to the Kalista, but again, we'll see what happens.
We certainly shall. Everyone's getting prepared as we look to load into the Rift nice and soon. Everyone's already in the zone. And we're getting onto the Rift. And we have made it onto the Rift for game number 1 of the LPL Regional Qualifier. Deep invade from EDG looks to find some wards. They're going to be spotted, though, by Snake. And nice safe recall from Martin keeps him out of Vision 4 now. But, oh, he's recalling awfully close to that bush.
He's spotted them out, though. And he's sitting in Fog of War.
Okay.
I'm no surprise to see such an aggressive invade from EDG. They have Braum, they have Kalista, so their level 1 is incredibly potent alongside Rek'Sai, so invading with that Braum Q. See if they're actually going to stay around and take the blue buff, however.
Yeah, we'll find out if they decide to go for an invade, try to start it out. Looks like it's going to be matched by Beast on the far side of the map, and Martin and Ella head to the top. Kalista's on the bottom. We got a lane swap on our hands.
And this is very important. So the thing about Kalista that you need to remember is not only does she give teams so much superior objective control through her Rend. Again, if Kalista ever sets up on a monster objective like Dragon or Baron, it's almost impossible to smite it away from her. But her lane phase is so incredibly oppressive with just the bonus magic damage, especially when you have a Braum there. So no surprises to see Martin and Ella dodge that one out. Alistar doesn't do too well in kind of a 2v1 style of scenario just because he's not very good at pushing down towers, but we'll see if Ella gets unlocked here and is able to impact that mid lane.
Yeah, we'll see where Ella ends up going as the invade continues. Mako even helping out a little bit with this clear, leaving Kalista a lot of solo experience. That was me.
You got a lot of solo experience there.
Yeah, I did. That was one solo experience, I'll tell you about that, but Ping's now going down onto the Scuttle Crab as it looks like they're going to continue looking for jungle control.
But this is pretty standard EDG. Snake are also kind of prone to lane swaps, and you think if you have such a hard carry-oriented top laner, why would you ever lane swap him? And it goes to the trust that Snake have as Flandre to pick up farm during the mid game. But we do see a very early dragon going down for EDG.
Yeah, they are clearing that dragon out nice and fast. Looks like Mako is mostly taking that up for now, and EDG, as we mentioned, looking to control those early objectives.
Yu has to be very careful here. Pawn has held the wave. And we could see kind of a 3-man gank, which is why you see Yu posturing on the very top side, playing to his strong side of the map, because he expects EDG to roll into his lane with 20 members.
Well, they are not doing that quite yet. Looks like they're going to go ahead and clear out through their own jungle, get that nice vertical jungling coming across, and no crazy action happening just yet, though, as I say it, once again, Elise, Alistar, and Gnar look to head back towards that mid lane. Might they be looking for a dive?
This is the EDG special that Snake are about to pull on EDG. So I talked about every single time Snake and EDG play, they put you on someone very low mobility and they just dive him relentlessly. So he's trying to push the wave in, although I don't think he's timed it well enough as we see the back start out from Snake.
Yeah, looks like the wave is bouncing back in Pawn's favor, and you, despite putting out as much harass as he humanely augmented can as possible. Wow, those were a lot of words.
Best, awesome, first.
Isn't quite able to clear the wave in time. And finally, we're going to see Flandre head down to get some experience. Now, he is Level 3, and he has been clearing out quite a bit, but again, his jungle is being poached by Mako and Clear Love.
Still relatively even, however, with Amazing J. Not one advantage too far one way or the other has been given to either top laner. Of course, Ella, we were talking about, you know, will Ella be locked on this Alistar since the lane swap has been initiated to impact the mid lane? And no, instead it's going to be a duo, Gnar versus Ali in the bottom. But meanwhile...
Yeah, Amazing J looking to head back to the top lane. Level 3 to the level 5 Ashe, and he's still able to zone her way. Perhaps a portent of what's to come, but...
This is actually really key. The fact that an AD carry by themselves in the 1v1 lane against Olaf is insane, especially once Amazing J gets that level 6. We talked about how an advantage hadn't been given one way or the other to either top lane. Amazing J now firmly has the advantage because he's getting solo experience.
Yeah, some action in the bottom as Ella looks like he's about to be dived. Ignite burns away, but he gets out with his like the flash auto, but Def doesn't get it. He turns now on the Flandre, who's at half health, but Def takes too many turret hits.
The triumphant roar coming out pretty big right there for Ella on the Alistar. They do burn the flash, however. That said, you're trading Kalista flash for Ali flash.
EDG very aggressive in this bottom lane. We can already see a bit of a CS difference open between Deft and Martin. They haven't been laning against each other, but Martin does have the displeasure of laning against Olaf on his side. Recall out of Pawn. Looks like he is going for something a little bit more standard in this game, as he's got a Fiendish Codex and a Forbidden Idol, not the Lucidity Boots rush.
Still prioritizing his Morelos, however.
Yeah.
So, and I think this is fine for Pawn, the fact that EDG, you know, they have the early dragon control. He doesn't need to make that many early map movements with his Destiny, so the added CDR as well as the mobility isn't as priority for him. It's more just sitting in the lane, continually farming. Like he's not a player that if he has an advantage, he's going to look for the 1v1 kill. He's more than happy just to sit back and farm it out towards late game. Here comes the arrow, though.
Yeah, looks like we could see a dive on the other side. There
As
are
I say.
4 members under the turret. It comes across the map. It is going to hit Deft under the turret. He can't toss out the ultimate. Finally, he succeeds, but Beast and L are still alive. Finally, he goes down. That's 2 kills, 3 kills. EDG, they've got him on Amazing J.
And as I say that Pawn's not going to be looking for kills, he destinies down into the bot lane with an amazing teleport from Amazing J, but hold on.
Oh, the fight's not over. 3-man flash over the wall. Welcome to China.
That is 4 kills in 7 minutes for EDG. And this is what I was talking about in that Invictus gaming game. That wasn't EDG. That's not how they normally play. This is how they normally play.
Yeah, this is EDG playing a style that has been sorely missed, and this might be the beginning of that addition to their foundation.
Early control to the jungle, they had the priority on the dragon, then it's about grouping up and making tight skirmish plays around the map. The fact that they were able to play with the teleport because their TP was from the top side, whereas Martin could only give the enchanted crystal arrow across map.
Yeah, he was able to hit Deft, however, Deft was not taking turret, and unfortunately it only ended up stunning him for just a little bit. However, you've got to start wondering for Snake, 8 minutes in, they're looking across from the EDG that dominated the LPL split, and you've got to start wondering, uh-oh, how do we deal with this?
This is terrifying. Amazing J is 3-0-1 right now. Made his back, has the, Phage item in his back pocket right now, so looking towards that Black Cleaver. Flandre's in a whole heap of trouble.
Yeah. You can see Flandre trying to kite it out as best he can, trying to actually shove the wave forward, prevent Amazing J from getting too much CS.
He's trying to create space for Beast here to sneak into the back of the lane. So he wants to bounce this wave as quickly as possible. Here comes Clear Love.
Amazing J looking for some action. The tier 1's gone, however. Flandre goes in, but Amazing J's going 1v2. He's taking a lot of damage. Here comes Clear Love. Will he be able to get the knock-up onto Beast? Flash dodges the axe. The ultimate wears off. Amazing J is going to hunt it down and chase it while Clear Love hunts down Beast. Destiny Gate is going to get Twisted Fate in there. Amazing J goes down. He's shut down by Flandre, but Flandre's got nowhere else to go. Clear Love chases Beast down to his death, but Yu catches up on the far side. Pawn misses the hard. He's going to end up finally getting the kill, but almost goes down to the AoE. He does not indeed. 7-1 EDG.
So what starts out as a 2v2 actually goes in Snake's favor until 3v3 shows up and EDG clean up the back half of that fight and just in time for Dragon.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed for EDG. This is the team that controlled the LPL split. This is the team that people were afraid of facing in the standard brackets.
But this is what we talked about, resilience. Would EDG be able to bounce back? What would their draft phase look like? The fact that they weren't priority picking that Twisted Fate, picking Pawn blind into his matchup. The fact that they understand where they're strong, grab the Callista, look for the Dragon objective control. So draft phase, night and day, so much stronger.
Yeah, great set so far out of EDG. This game isn't over quite yet, however. It is a 4,500 gold lead for EDG 10 minutes in, but they do have the late game victor. They do have a strong scaling Ashe. It's going to be tricky for Snake to get back in.
The scary thing right now is the 5 Dragon win condition because EDG prioritized that first Dragon so early on because they have the Callista. Yes, we're just on Dragon 2, but EDG have won so many of their games through this objective. Yeah,
that's going to be a 28-minute Dragon 5, one of the earliest I've ever even heard of. And EDG would be the team that can pull this off. A forward ward spots out Pawn in the mid lane as he has now completed his Morellonomicon to use Fiendish Codex and Tier 1 upgrade of his Hex Core. Amazing J is pushed so far forward, but I think he's fine with it. He's Olaf.
I mean, it's safe on an elongated lane phase just because he has his ultimate available to him, so he can pretty much run out of anything. Should be noted that his flash is down and the fact that he took flash on Olaf versus the Ghost. But see if he's going to continue to push that one up. He is getting a lot of space just because Pawn is doing a good job pushing against you to make sure that Victor can't roam or leave the lane.
Yeah, he's trying as best he can, but there goes Clear Love. He slips into the jungle. This is a tricky situation. The rest of Snake are coming down. They're going to end up collapsing onto Clear Love. He just now spots them, tries to make it over the wall. He's caught in the gravity field. Yu is not going to be able to get out, but Clear Love gets destroyed. Shutdown gold picked up by Ella.
Really nice deep warding, or not deep warding, but defensive warding from Snake right there to spot Clear Love out of position. And just a great gravitational field. The fact that he placed it right on Clear Love's W, knowing where he's going to pop out. Chain CC'd that with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Unfortunate that Ella picked up the kill gold for it.
Yeah, that was actually Beast who ended up securing it. That was my mistake, but that is Snake still in this. Collapsing defensively, falling back and not letting themselves lose any more objectives, lose any more vision.
Should be fairly important, though, that we appear to be having a dive. Clear Love using the Void Rush to quickly get back into position, but Beast responding in kind.
Yeah, it looks like they could be setting up for this.
Fun.
Beast gets caught out. There's the teleport Destiny Gate. Everyone's headed to the top. Martin gets the first kill. He's going to end up going down to Mako. They're turning now onto Beast. They're going to shut him down. CC Lock destroys him while Def kites around the far side of the turret. Flandre flashes the wall, but it's not enough. He goes down. Def nets his first kill of the game as well. Pawn catches Ella. Ella takes another auto attack. Amazing J finishes him off with some Graggy Ice.
But this is what we talked about as far as the compositions. The big difference is that Twisted Fate can get there and Victor cannot. And that's what we're seeing over and over again from EDG. Anytime the teleport cooldown is off for Amazing J, we suddenly have all 5 members across the map.
Yeah, this is amazing play from EDG. Yu trying to make the best of this situation, but he just cannot keep up with Pawn, who has been all over the map. He's still not quite level 10. Finally just now gets it, but 0-2-1 with a 10 CS lead to 2-0-7. EDG are playing this game out the window. This is fantastic.
And I want to check in on Pawn's itemization. So we talked about how he really popularized the Lucidity Boots rush on Twisted Fate, and this time around he went for the Morellos. It's because he has Merc Treads right now, which is in a direct response to, yes, we were bringing a lot of CC from Snake, but I mean, we're so used to seeing Gnar and Victor, but that I feel like this is in a direct response to Ashe in particular.
Mako dropping a ward, plays it safe, and doesn't face check a bush with 3 people. Flandre was even down in that bottom lane. That would have been a 4-man quick turnaround, but doesn't quite look like that's the case as Mako plays it safe and Amazing J continues to split on the far side. Snake clearing up some vision around the Dragon. It's 90 seconds until the next one. They could look for a pick on the Pawn, but he's still playing safe.
That's the key word here, pick, because that's how Snake get their foot back into this game. I do not think that they can look for a full 5v5. I mean, that said, EDG's composition is still very reliant also on pick with that Destiny, because it's not like in the middle of a 5v5, Twisted Fate pops his ultimate is like, this'll win me the game now.
Yeah.
So the Arrow versus the Destiny and how it's going to interact on this. But again, if Callista ever gets set up on a Dragon, and she starts getting her Rin stacks in, you pretty much forfeit that objective.
Yeah, this is a tricky situation. Doesn't look like they quite have control over the pit anymore. Some forward pressure out of Deft and Mako as Pawn looks to siege down the mid tier 1, the last tier 1 standing. Mako dodges forward. The last turret is going to fall. The Destiny Gate looks like they're going on to Flandre. He's caught out by the stun. Amazing J's on his face and destroys him.
Pops him before the Meganar is able to push, and now we have EDG all rotating towards that top side because the wave is waiting.
Yeah, this is a scary situation for Snake. They're looking now for their first tier 2, 15.5 minutes in. EDG are up 10 kills. They're up 3 turrets, soon to be 4. And Snake are completely falling apart.
EDG are up 10,000 gold at the 16-minute mark over Snake. We talked about this. You know, EDG, they're slumping. This is the best chance for a team to hit them with their down. This is their defining moment as an organization. How do they come back from defeat? With a resounding boom.
Yeah, this is absolutely concussive. EDG now playing to that bottom side of the map. That Dragon has just spawned. Clearlove tunnels over, secures himself the Raptor camp for some additional vision clear just to make sure. An Amazing J, goodness gracious, he's got a Black Cleaver and a Giant's Belt.
This Olaf is absolutely massive right now.
Yeah. Oh man, 2,500 gold ahead of his lane opponent. In fact, it's the same story for Pawn and even a 1,500 gold lead for Deft. This is a huge advantage for EDG. They're going to take this Dragon number 3 without contest from Snake, who seem to be resigned to just let this go.
But look at how proactive they're being. Immediately you see the pings to invade Snake's blue side jungle, clear out the vision. Amazing J has already grabbed the bottom tier wave, and they're looking to continue to siege on these inner towers.
Deft with his recall finishes off Blade of the Ruined King and gets a Quicksilver sash just in case he gets caught by another Crystal Arrow. Needlessly Large Rod added to Pawn's build, and now even an Aegis of the Legion. EDG are shoving forward once again. They've got the items to make this happen.
They're so far ahead of the clock, and so right now it's just about sieging these inner towers. You already have the advantage from the top lane. So what you do is you ward in between your 2 pressure points, your mid lane and your bottom lane, and you just continue to shove and to chip away. Now Snake will try to cut in between their jungle because it's the fastest, quickest way in between these lanes, and eventually EDG will make the pick there, and it'll translate into a tower.
Yeah, Destiny is back up for Pawn. Teleport just now coming up for Amazing J. I'm half expecting them to go in now, but it looks like they are starting to pull back just a bit as Amazing J catches the wave shoved by Flandre on the far side of the map. And Snake, I hesitate to say this, but they look safe for now.
Yes, it's when you speed and ramp the game this quickly, it is fairly difficult to siege safely into inner tower still, but here comes Destiny.
Oh, there's the Destiny Gate. They dive onto Martin. This is a lot of damage coming across, a complete slaughter. He goes down as Clearlove tanks the turret. There goes an Olaf on the far side. He doesn't even mind the team banging on him as he tries to pick up another kill.
So they find a pick, but what will it translate into? Again, it's still very early in the game, only 18 minutes to attempt to siege an inner tower. You do have great wave clear setup in front of you in the form of Victor.
Yes, this is a scary situation for EDG to try breaking the siege, but they are splitting pretty successfully now.
They're reliant on Baron right now. So Baron will be spawning soon. I think at this point, EDG pick up their vision off of the bottom side of the map, translate it into Snake's red side jungle, and possibly look to see if they can burn down Baron quickly. That said, that's a big opening for Snake.
Yeah, they will be able to secure their own blue buff, maybe. If they manage to let EDG go to that side of the map. Amazing J's looking for the axe. There are 4 members there, 5 members there. And he's able to zone them away. He's bought a lot of time for his team, been about 40 seconds. but some recalls coming across. Looks like the Zanyas has now been picked up by Pawn. Yep, that Krug camp is still there.
Secure, Martin.
Yeah, he knows that Krug camp is there, but Callista now completing tier 2 boots.
I mean, we're frankly at the point where it took Snake 5 members to secure their own blue buff. Like,
yeah.
3rd rotation blue buff.
This is EDG looking so incredibly strong. Amazing J looks to set up a recall.
They set the Destiny on the bottom side. We have the Sheen already up and live from Pawn, so this is what we're going to do. We're playing around the Baron pressure point. Pawn's going to create another pressure point in the bottom side, and we're going to make Snake choose.
Scary situation. Teleport's available for Flandre, and he's running to try to catch Pawn as he shoves forward. A ward will go forward as Pawn gets some damage onto this tier 2. Here's Flandre. He's finally going to spot it out in time. That turret's taking a lot of damage. And oh, yeah,
the turret's taking a lot of damage. Flandre is taking a lot of damage. That's level 13 to level 10. Flandre's sitting on Black Cleaver and some Ninja Tabi.
Not going to help too much against Twisted Fate as Pawn looks for the dive here and chunks Flandre out.
He doesn't care to go.
Oh, goes for the kill. Is he going to be able to get it? Not quite. Meganar keeps Flandre alive. There's the Ghost as Beast shows himself on that side. Pawn lands the stun, but it's dodged by Beast. He's going 1v2. He pulls 2 members to that side.
This was a mistake. They should have just immediately committed onto the Baron from here, especially since they saw Beast commit to the bottom side, knowing that the smite was across map. So, bit of an error and a misstep from EDG.
They do still have a fairly large lead over Snake in this set. Dragon's going to be up in 90 seconds. That would be their 4th. 22.5 minutes in, and there's the Baron.
I do want to point out Snake's ward here. I call this the Baron Gate ward. This pink ward does not see this, and it's a great ward because obviously they're going to pink the pit, so you know when a team is doing Baron. So again, this is Snake's chance.
Ooh, the arrow narrowly misses there, and here goes Amazing J. Elo with a great knockup. Mako goes low, but he gets pulled out. Amazing J's trying to kite around from the side. Mako goes in despite being at no health. He's still alive as they pick up 1 kill, 2 kill. Yu is running for his life. He gets caught by the slow. Another axe lands, and Yu is running as fast as he can away from this freight train of an Olaf. EDG pick up 2 kills and back away.
EDG rampage through Snake, but do they have the health bars to turn towards the Baron? I personally think that this is suicide.
Yeah, they're starting to recall now. Don't want to take any chances with this set just yet. Some wards being dropped to play it safe.
And this goes back to the primary mistake. The fact that Pawn was able to drag 2 resources from Snake, get Beast and Flandre's attention. That was EDG's moment to look towards the Baron. They wasted Pawn's cooldown on both his Flash, his Ghost, and now they forfeit their chance at Baron with that team fight.
Dragon is up in 20 seconds. Again, this is the 4th for EDG. We'll see if they can control that objective as successfully as they've controlled all the others. Hawkshot will spot out Clear Love, and now he knows that Ashe is in that area as well as EDG are rushing to that side. Teleport not quite up for Amazing Day, but it's going to be soon. EDG continuing to run away with this game as the Dragon immediately started by death.
And we talked about that really early 5th Dragon win condition for EDG. This is what Callista really unlocks for these teams.
The Dragon is destroyed by that Callista. That's going to be a 29-minute 5th Dragon at this rate. Destiny is used. Pawn goes in. They've caught out Yu. They don't quite have enough to stun him out. The arrow finds Pawn. There's going to be a cocoon to follow it up, but he's still alive. Beast tries to chase him, but he can't quite find it. He gets out with his life, but only barely, and Yu was picked off.
So the arrow comes through, it does find Pawn, but Clearlove does a great reactive play, getting onto the backline with the Unburrow and knocking up CCing 3 members.
EDG continue to press forward in this game. 23 minutes in with a 13,000 gold lead. They're having difficulty breaking the tier 2, but if they continue to push with these picks, I don't think it'll matter soon.
EDG are running a breakneck pace game.
Yeah.
This is so quick, so ramped. And this is what we were talking about. You know, the LPL meta is about acquiring as much standing gold, structures, towers, as quickly as possible, rotating your bot lane from lane to lane to lane, and then getting this massive surplus ahead of the clock into 5v5 skirmishes.
Ooh, looks like Yu not quite on top of the wave just yet. Means he's going to lose the second tier 2 of this set. Clearlove takes some big damage, however. He's got to be careful. They're trying to chase him down. Boomerang is going to miss. Will he get the hyper passive? Boomerang finally is going to hit. There he goes. Clearlove's caught. He gets shut down. Yu's even the one who gets the kill.
Trades his life for an inner tower, still completely worth. And the next big objective on the map for EDG is going to be that second tier mid tower and Baron.
Deft so very strong in this set. 1-0-7. Now completed his 2 items, and the Quicksilver Sash is so very scary. It's going to be tricky to keep him locked down. And Pawn, who's been looking for pick after pick after pick, has now finished off his Lich Bane. The ramping coming out of EDG is so hard, and Snake are barely keeping pace. There goes the Destiny Gate once again. They're going to fight for this one. Teleport and Pawn, they're in the fight. Yu is destroyed. He chases forward barely 10 feet to catch Flandre. The stun is going to land. Flandre so low. He gets knocked up by Mako. The stun locks him out. Pawn, another kill. Deft hunting down Beast. He wants another one, but eats a stun to the face. That doesn't even slow him as he Quicksilvers to cleanse it. They're trying to dive, but they can't quite catch up to the Ashe. 4 kills for EDG.
EDG massacre Snake. They're tearing through the front line. You can't even get the composition set up correctly for Snake. There's nothing they can do at this point. This is close to a 20k gold lead.
Yeah, they're 17 kills ahead on the Baron right now. Martin's headed over there, but that is not a safe place to be with EDG. So far ahead.
EDG's motto is fight back with results. I think that speaks for itself here. You know, everyone was looking at them. They apologized in the regular split for dropping 2 games against Unlimited Potential. They lost 2 best-of-5s back-to-back in the playoffs. LGD and Invictus Gaming, everyone was kind of looking at EDG. What's happening? What's going on? Are they able to come back? Is this the downfall of a dynasty? And with a resounding no, they answer in game 1.
They certainly have so far. The game's not over just yet, but EDG are 17 going on 18,000 gold ahead. They've got 4 dragons. They're timed for a 29-minute 5th dragon. They've already got Baron buff. Split pushing across all 3 lanes. Snake are floundering. Snake has... It looks like Snake has no idea what to do. Amazing J is dancing.
And this is with Amazing J. This isn't even Koro. This isn't the MSI lineup. Now, Amazing J, you know, he was playing through the regular LPL split on the rotating roster, but EDG themselves said that they're not as comfortable playing with Amazing J as Koro. So the fact that they're doing this to Snake with a sub, and Koro's the captain of EDG.
Amazing J leading the way to victory via dance and axe, as a true barbarian should. An arrow comes across. It's going to hit Clearlove. He's actually tanking the turret. Takes a lot of damage. He's still tanking it. Finally goes down. It's chaos. But EDG are so strong. This is where they thrive. Mako gets pulled out. Ashe has been killed. Beast is dead. They're diving further and further forward. Yu gets tagged. Amazing J doesn't even care about the turret anymore. Yu flashes forward. Flandre gets a huge ultimate, but he's not going to get a single kill. Ace for 0. EDG.
On a dive on an inhibitor tower at 27 minutes in the game. And unfortunately, that was best case scenario for Snake. The team fight couldn't have looked cleaner. The arrow hit Clearlove. He was tanking inhib tower, but it's too little, too late.
Yeah, they take the inhibitor and the Nexus turret. They didn't have the minion wave, so they can't quite end the game just yet. And Powered Recall is going to get them all the way to safety, but EDG are so far ahead in this game. 23,000 gold, 28.5 minutes in. Dragon number 5 is about to spawn on top of the Baron buff that they already have.
This is the most dominant team the LPL has ever seen.
This is amazing. EDG are playing out of their mind. 8 turrets to 0. 3 deaths barely for EDG on... Ooh, looking for a bit of extra gold. Doesn't quite find it just yet as he buys some time for his team to take that 5th dragon. They are going to shred through it. Baron buff has since fallen off, but I don't think that's going to stop EDG.
I don't think anything is going to stop EDG at this point.
Oh no, another assassination. Martin Ooh, looks like he got caught playing solo queue there. Not quite paying attention to the minimap, gets destroyed by that Twisted Fate. As EDG dive forward, they're caught in the AoE field, but that doesn't even stop them as they're shredding through Snake's health bars. Too fast for them to handle. Beast forced to repel. He's got nowhere to go. He's dropped. Flandre's dead. Another ace. 5 dragons. 30 kills to 3. 25,000 gold ahead. EDG take game number 1 against Snake.
EDG smashed Snake in game 1. Now remember, this is a best of 3 to start us out. You just need to win 2 sets, a best of 3 and a best of 5, and you're representing the LPL at Worlds.
Yeah. This is very big for EDG. They need this win.
The defining moment for the organization. How do they come back from defeat? What does EDG look like after LGD and Invictus Gaming? And the answer is terrifying.
Yeah, this is an absolute monster of a team that we're seeing. And Snake, you just